All right, all right, all right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, the 12th. Almost. We almost did Friday the 13th. Tomorrow we'll make believe. It is. It's April 12th, 2024. I am your lovely host for the evening, Rich Giordano, filling in for Rich Giordano. Tonight, we're going to have a serious discussion about keeping UFO secrets for the greater good. So, probably is bad. What do you mean, Rich? We haven't been attacked by aliens? Oh, haven't we? What are abductions? Is that just an imagination? Nobody's getting taken in the middle of the night? Come on, man. They're abusing the hell out of us, and we act like it's Christmas. It's all right. It's all, religious, You're getting abducted because you're important. For what? Why? Nobody's telling me. Why am I being abducted? So there is a threat. You want to get down to it? You want to talk? You want to get serious about the threat? It's aliens taking us in the middle of the night, or in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of somewhere, or in the middle of the day. Although you were probably taking a nap, but they'll come and get you. And boy, oh boy, are you going to be mad when you find out in a regressive hypnotic trance that they abuse the out of you, and not only you, your family. People have many, there's millions of people out there with family members being abducted and they don't know it. It's not fun, and it's not a thing you want to ask for. So yeah, I used to say it all the time. Wish I was abducted. I'd show them. No, not anymore. I'm fine. Just let me experience stuff. I don't need to know about the abductions, if there are any. And I haven't had any of those hold down anal retentive alien things. I haven't had that experience of being taken. I've had the experience of being visited. Totally different. They didn't take me. They didn't violate me that I know of. Although, if some of you remember the story I told, I'll be in your head before you wake up. Never forget that as long as you live. That's right. I'm looking at you. Me. You. Me? Yeah, I'm looking right at you. But that's you. Yeah. Who's here? I'm here. I see that, but who else is here? Let's do a little bit of roll call, shall we? Alfie Joe Bob, the AJB, entered the... Where are we tonight? Where are we, Ma? Ma, where are we? Oh, the FFF zone. You guys know what that is. I can't say it out loud because YouTube doesn't like the F word, but it's the for F's sake zone. Tonight we are there. Welcome. Kelly Lewis, the EW is here. How do you do? Welcome to your show. Tony. It's not short for Anthony. It's short for Tony. Tony Fabagucci. Tony's your name now. Tony Fabagucci. I don't know. Welcome. Intergalactic Angler, the IA is here. Ooh, internal affairs. Holy mackerel. IA, what are you doing? How are you, man? Hey, Gyro, got the GY for row of us? That made no sense. But welcome. Hey, Myra Page is here. Love the rose. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Samantha Morris the cat. How you doing, huh? Yeah. Marcel, Gufonian Metal head. How do you do, Chief? Brooke is, huh? Yeah. Huh? Oh. Derek Faulkner, huh? Oh, nah. Oh. Hey. Dan Peters, how you doing, Chief? I'm sorry. I don't know why I called you that. I have a feeling you're more mature than me, so I'm sorry. I don't mean to be immature, but I can't help it. I'm a never mind. Sputnik 57. Oh, Dan, yeah, welcome to the show, Mr. Peters. Sputnik 57. 57 varieties of aliens, 57 varieties of aliens, 57 flavors. Heinz 57. Why is 57 an important number? Glenn Collins, what do you say? Hey, Richie Giordano, hope everything is fine and you're doing well and good. Or okay, so take care, bro. Thank you, Glenn. Hope the same to you, bro. Giddy up. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Welcome to the show. F.A.P. Welcome to the show. All right. Hey, Dave Tedball. Welcome to the show. I think I'm going to stop saying welcome to the show. Just welcome. Show. I don't like the word show. I never have. I don't know why. I just wish that word was never a word. Show. Something about it seems cheap. Like live stream seems better than saying, you come to my show. I got a show. I put on a show. Do we? I mean, are we putting on a show? A show of what? A rotary motion all the way coming from X, formerly known as Twitter. How you doing, rotary motion? Thank you for igniting the fire over there. Scott Blight's even here. What's up, man? Good to see you too. Welcome to the show. Everybody's here. If I didn't say your name, David Roke, it doesn't mean I don't love you. We got a lot of show to do, and I mean a lot. So, welcome. Oh, Jeanette. Yep. There you are. How did I not see you? Welcome to the show. Mike Johnson. How do I not say that? How you doing, Chief? Chief, I did it again. All right. Who came through the back door? Raven did. What's up, Rave? Rave. What's up, Rotary? Did we already say hi? Let's say it again. Welcome to the show. All right. Everybody snuck through in their seats. Class Clown Comedy. I know somebody like that. Me. And Tony in blue, purple, whatever. Sarah H. Now we're full. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Go. Corwin's here. David Wilcox on the X chat. Filling it up. Thank you. Because two places are better than one. Well, I got a little, well, what do I say? We warm you up with a little bit of something today. But I have to do this. You know how yesterday we had the storms and my power went out at least 3 times that I know of. And today at 10 o'clock in the morning, the power goes out. And it was out until at least almost noon. So I go out, do some things, and come back around 1:45, 2-ish. I don't remember. It was, but the power was on, but the computer was I forget the name, what they call, not sleep mode, repair mode, maybe something like that. But holy crap, I thought it wasn't working the way I had to restart it. Now everything seems to be fine, but let's see. And things here, we're ready to go. All right, everything's working. I didn't even have the coffee yet. I was talking to Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal right before the show. And I was already amped up talking to him because we were talking about stuff that gets me amped up talking about stuff. All right, here we go. I'm going to warm you up. It is Friday. It's the end of the week. Some of us weren't here. So you need this. This is how we have to kick off the show almost every night. And I don't care.
Department of Defense, ironically enough, to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy. I'm not a ufologist. I never have been. I never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
Yesterday's show was awesome. Jeff Willis is a class act. one of the class acts of ufology, if there are any. Really, really, really class. Really class? He's a real class guy. That didn't sound right either. Anyway, I'm trying to see. I didn't see his answer yet. I'm not sure he answered, but I had several emails, like, and messages, comments, DMs. That Jeff guy is great. You know, not everything was 100% positive. His sightings, that didn't look like a UFO that I've ever seen. It kind of looked, and then they go on. And I've had a few of those, but the positivity, because of the way he is and how he is, and the dedication and passion he has for looking for these things, it's a real nice pleasure to see. He's a breath of fresh air. He stays away from the drama. He really tries just to go for the big stuff, like Discovery Channel, or make a movie. He doesn't bother with dinky channels like us, but nice of him to come on and share his time. And I'm trying to get him to come on once a month. So a lot of people really liked our conversation, and we have so much more. When he and I were doing AZ Skywatchers for about 10 episodes, 3 hours each one, everybody loved it. I'm not kidding. I'm not, I wasn't this, it was he and I, which I think if I could do this all over again, I would have somebody with me. I would have a partner. Because I think it's okay that I do this on my own, but I really like bouncing ideas off other people. Like when I have Michael on, or even Third Phase of Moon, or Dr. J, or, friends and panel members from Third Phase. And I'd like to have them come on. Everybody's busy doing their own thing. But I wish there was I just wish I did it that way. But I had co-hosts, and every one of them just like talked shit about the show behind my back. So it's like, why are you here if you're going to talk shit about it? Like, what's so bad about it that you want to be co-host and then talk shit about it? I never understood that. That happened to me with two of my favorite co-hosts too. That's sad. The best one I had was Brian D. Bender for about 1.5 years, I think. And I screwed that relationship up because I was frustrated about other stuff, and I thought he was in on it. It's a long story, but we had a lot of drama for being on once a week. I'm telling you, that was fun. I miss those times. And I wish I did it differently. But I'm trying to, now that I'm feeling better, I'm trying to get people here. Anjali did reach out and ask me if I'm still interested having her on. I'm like, hell yeah. You tell me when and we'll do it. So I'm just waiting for the reply. No rush. But we'll have her on hopefully soon. And a bunch of other people that I think, can bring some entertainment and maybe some evidence and some interesting stories. It's the stories, it really isn't about the evidence anymore for me. I love evidence, and I usually wouldn't have people on unless they had some sort of evidence. I don't care about that anymore. You know why? Because number one, it's never what they say it is. The evidence is always lackluster. It's always a dot, and it's always this. It's something very easily accepted as mundane. So instead of just doing that, it's about the experience, I think. That's where I'm at. I love evidence. Definitely want evidence. But it's the experience. And we have heard, maybe not as much lately, about the threat, right? And you could even say that threat is real, but it's not the threat that Elizondo and Christopher Mullen were talking about, or anybody else, right? That's not the threat. The threat they talked about was being in our airspace, right? They're in our airspace. They're in secure airspace, and we can't stop them. For us, non-military thinking, the threat is being abducted. And that's it. Right? It's as bad as it gets. Imagine you find out you're being abducted like 20 years. And it's been going on your whole life. And you're, let's just throw an age out there. You're 55, 60-ish. I'm not talking about me. I swear to you, I'm not. It's just in this, when you get to this age, I think, like if I would have found out 20 years ago that I was abducted or could have been, it would be a different mind frame. But being older and more mature, thank God, and talking to a lot of people who've had supposed real experiences made me feel like, well, shit, you know, something's going on. And that's when I started coming up. Like, I'm not special. I don't think I'm special to be abducted. I don't know why they would abduct us and do tests on us. Since day one, I guess they've been doing it, but I never could put why. I'm not doing anything. I'm not special. I don't hold any powers. I'm not, Mr. Telekinesis guy. I can't move anything. I'm not a remote viewer. Maybe I'm an empath, at best, but, and I play psychic on TV, and try to play with that a little. But the reality is, I don't get why I would have been abducted. Like, even when I was 14 and had the dreams of the aliens in their ships in the backyard hovering over our home and our pool, and that continued on, I never thought I was abducted. I just thought they were dreams. So to hear the threat coming from the government when in 1957, was it, we signed a supposed treaty with these aliens, or 4 of these groups out of the 5 alien groups signed a treaty that they would only abduct a certain amount of people, not go crazy and take everybody whenever they want, but they would share technology with us, which I find a ridiculous treaty. Like, if I was the aliens, right, and I'm already abducting people, now all of a sudden those people want to say, yo, hold up, we want technology. Oh, well, we were doing it without giving you technology. Now you want, like, if I was the aliens, I would say, no, we're just doing what we want to do. Don't mind us. See, that's why I don't believe there was a treaty signed, because they were already doing it. So why would we have to sign anything? Wait a minute, you're starting the abductions without us getting anything for it. Give us something. Like, we had nothing. We didn't have a gun to their head and say, hey, aliens, you stop abducting us, or, what will you do, Mr. Giordano? Shoot your nuclear warheads at us. We can just blink and destroy you in an instant. We just need, and let me make this very clear, Mr. Giordano, we need humans, and you're not going to stop us. But I got a treaty right here. Let me show you this. Oh, where's my pen? Let me show you with my pen. Damn it, Mr. Giordano. We'll sign the treaty. We'll sign it. What does it say? You can only abduct a certain amount of people. How many people you take a night? We take about 2,000 people. 2,000 a night? Well, it's worldwide. I mean, there's how many billion? 1.5 billion people on the planet. That was back in the 50s. Oh. Well, it doesn't seem so bad after all, does it? All right. We just want a little bit of your technology. Can we have that? Sure. Whatever. And what technology did they give us? What did they give us? Anybody? I think they gave us Kevlar. Bulletproof vests. Lasers. I think they gave us laser tech. No, we already had that in the works before they even had 1940 Roswell. I think they gave us a way to think through our minds into each other's minds. Are you talking about mind reading? Yes, sir. Stupid. Pile! Sergeant. It was like Gomer Pyle back in 1947. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Well, golly. Them look like aliens. And then, you know, one of the aliens died. So what was his name? Gopher? Whatever his name was, he had to sing. And nobody knew he had this operatic voice. Operatic, right? So I'm going to sing a song. And then he'd go, okay, la, la. I'm dreaming of a white. And then he'd sing in this masterful voice. And, wow, that's Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle, that's his name. That's how they were back in the 40s. And that's what ran the UFO division right into the brand new CIA. When was the CIA invented? 60s? Late 60s or late 50s? It was George Bush Sr. was the very first CIA guy, right? I think my memory's a little broken up there. So, yeah, man. They had to form the CIA with all the UFOs crashing and all the abductions happening. You guys know. Some of you were alive at that point. And if Richard Dick Dolan was here, he would say in his historic voice, I'm sorry, I almost fell asleep just thinking about it. Never mind. Let's see here. Hold on, let me pull this up. What was I saying? What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, Gomer. Yeah, Gomer. Gomer Pyle. Well, golly! There we go. I'm getting it back. I haven't done that voice in a while. Sergeant Carter, we was going over to the latrine. What do you mean, Pyle? All right. So the secret has to be kept, right? We can't have the truth be out there that aliens are here. We let them borrow our bodies. We let them take us. We let them abduct you. We let them take you. We let them do anything we want to you. How do you feel? Pretty bad. Oh, by the way, if you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description. I'm going to play this, the Legacy Program Gatekeepers. Didn't we play this, I think, with Rose Cuckold about a week ago? These people whom I know are directly involved as Legacy Program Gatekeepers. One of them sat on the National Security Council with Dick Cheney. Long nose, beady eyes, Ross Cuckold. And yes, they are going to be named and they are going to be revealed. This guy's blowing so much smoke. Rose Cuckold. See, this is what I don't like. He said that a week ago. And we haven't had anything since. Yeah, listen. Oh, no, I want to play it again. I don't care. Some of you weren't here. Calm down, Rich. Calm down. No, really, listen to this.
Now, I referenced earlier in the analysis I did on this whole report that Legacy Program Gatekeepers have been advising Kirkpatrick. And we were one of the first people to reveal this months back, that Kirkpatrick had people that were actually managing or had been managing the Legacy UFO Crash Retrieval and Back in Engineering program, that he had brought those people on board to advise him. I think we've kind of seen the result of that. And I understand earlier that you posted that you actually know the names of these people. Do you plan on revealing them?
David Wilcox.
Yes, actually, I forgot it was you that had that scoop, Matt. It was you. It was the advisory group to Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick that he was keeping very, very secret. But there were, again, people in Arrow who were quite alarmed to discover that their boss, the head of Arrow, was taking advice from a group of advisors who, frankly, were totally and utterly compromised. And I can't name them just yet. I've got plans about what I want to do.
How come Rose Cuckold sounds a little bit like Oh, I don't know. Everybody else who made claims that never came through. Yeah, I know the names of these people from these legacy gatekeepers, but I'm not going to tell you their names now. Can you give us just one? I can't even do that. See what I mean? Can you give us an initial? Hell no, I cannot even mention in a breath of a thought. Don't ask again. His name is Mark Ryan. You didn't hear it from me. Who? Mark what? No, didn't say it. I didn't. That's what I want to happen. Say it. Oh, I know where the $1 million is kept, but I can't tell you. No. That's how he was when he was a child. You know, my father worked at NASA. Can you prove it? Not today. I can't know. Your dad must have a uniform or a picture with a badge or something. I can't tell you anything, but my father is bigger and smarter than your father. That's how he was. Still is. David Wilcox, not Wilcox, throwing down $20 on PayPal. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner. Right after the show started, 7:15, you sent that over. I don't know if I heard it ding. I think I did. That's why I'm mentioning it now. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto generoso. On the PayPal, you know how we do. Thank you, David. Mr. Wilcox. Not Wilcox. Hey, the UFO man. Throwing down $2 again. You did that last night or the night before and the night before. Thank you very much. Throwing it down, keeping the truthology for ufology afloat. It's a good time, too. I didn't like that anymore, but we're going to get back to it. Thank you for being you, too. We need more of you in this field. Everything you said is coming true. YouTube. As soon as it hit 10,000, all over. He was right. Hey, Rich Leadfoot. How you doing, man? Rotary motion. Giddy up. Joey, what do you say there, Chief? I'm going to be putting videos out this weekend for the new channel, everybody. So probably tomorrow I'll put the short one up, explain what the new channel is. And then Sunday, I'll put Saturday, what I did Saturday will go up on Sunday evening or early Monday morning. But I'm starting to get things moving. So I'm excited. All right, let's keep this going. Thanks, guys, for the support. Giddy up.
But what I can tell you is that these
No more
are
dots.
people whom I know are directly involved as legacy program gatekeepers. One of them sat on the National Security Council with Dick Cheney in his White House years. It's very, very interesting to see the people.
Oh, somebody said Dick Cheney. Like, he acts like he's giving us stuff that, it's like, oh, did you hear what Raul's got? Oh, Dick Cheney talk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen how he talks. Oh, he's under Dick Cheney. Like, he's doing something important, not doing anything. Listen to this.
Involved as legacy program gatekeepers. One of them sat on the National Security Council with Dick Cheney in his White House years. It's very, very interesting to see the people who are now being revealed to me.
Can you believe I'm 56 years old?
In, frankly, this cover-up. And yes, they are going to be named. They are going to be revealed. There is going to be an unveiling of who these people are in my own good time.
Who the hell is he? Doesn't that make you mad? Oh, that makes me so livid. Forget the 40 whistleblowers. Forget it. I've got legacy people who've been in previous, they're not even in operation anymore, but these were legacy people programming. Something to that nature. I'm going to tell everybody about it in my own time. No better time than the present, bro. See, okay, now we have 3 people right now who claim they know something, where something is, or has video evidence and refuse to give it to us. James Fox, Jeremy Corbell, and this shithead. And that's just those three who are usually, spewing the BS. So, something new? Something old? Something special. I'll tell you, if anything comes out of any of their claims, I would be a little bit impressed. Just a little. I mean, every now and then they're going to get one right. It's part of the disinfo routine. I am sorry to say this, but officially tonight on April 12th, 2024, at 7:37 and 42 seconds, it is official. I believe Rose Cuckold has sold out and is a disinfo agent too. Yeah, have everybody looking for something that doesn't exist under a building that nobody knows where. You know what I mean? That is the epitome of look over here while we do this over here. But even that's not even a real thing. Do you really think that what Rose Cuckold said, everybody's looking on the internet for it? Yeah, a couple of people looked around, but it didn't get our eyes off of the prize. You know what I mean? I hate when that comment or statement is made because it's not true. Oh, they're telling us this so we can look at this and not look over here. And how long does that take? 10 minutes? After 10 minutes of doing a little research, you realize they lied. You go back to where you were. So you lost a few minutes of your day. So you were distracted for a few minutes of your life. It's not like they fooled you for 10 minutes and then they did the swipe within those precise 10 minutes that you were doing the research. No. The whole thing's bullcrap. That's why. That's why they say whatever they want, do whatever they want. End of story. EOS. And that's why Rose Cuckold can say this stuff. I know legacy UFO underbuildings. I can't tell you when. James Fox, I've got this video of an alien I can't show anybody till we put it in a documentary because, got to make that cheddar. And then we got Jeremy Corbell. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. We're just getting started. If you're just getting started and the first 9 things you put out is still just getting started, but everything you put out has been debunked, I don't have a lot of faith in what's coming out next, Corbell. Anybody have faith in Corbell? Don't put your hand up. No, nobody does. Nobody. We still have a little faith held out for James Fox, but he's lost. I can't believe we lost him to the grift. Yeah, the grift of 2023. Actually, we lost him in 2022. It's a big grifting year. Big grift. Yeah. The end of COVID, the whole thing. Everybody went nuts. And I know where the legacy people are, but I can't tell yet because there's no rush. There's no rush. In due time. You know what that means? It means he's still looking for legacy people. I've got to find at least one legacy guy to cover my butt. Somebody said you're looking down your own nose at your feet. And I said, I have no idea where my nose is. I don't know what that means. I lost the accent. All right. I want to show you this really cool humanoid picture. Video? Well, it comes from Anonymous Shadow. And this is really cool. I gotta tell you, I'm a little excited about this. Well, here's a statement from this bizarre object captured today at 8:26 a.m. Seen, I apologize, on April 10th at 6:40 p.m. It was posted today at 8:26. Seen in Atlanta, Georgia, April 10th, 2024 at 6:40 p.m. Statement. This afternoon, I was pressure washing my driveway when I saw something odd. I'm fully expecting to be told I'm an idiot and this is balloons, but it was moving fast against the wind. And it was unlike anything I've ever seen. And it was rotating and stationary at the same time. The movement didn't appear balloon-like. I don't know a lot about UFO sighting history, so wanted to reach out to this community to see if anything similar has ever been sighted He came to the right place there, Rubberneck. Whoosh. I am amazed at this really weird. You got to see it. It's bizarre. It looks familiar to me, and I'll tell you why. I'll even show you why if I have to. Look at this. Now, I have the exact same shape on mine, but I don't have the clear photo of what. Is this the feet in the arm? Where's the other arm? Is it behind him? Here looks like a head with maybe silver hair, gray hair, or a helmet or device of some sort on its head. This looks like something that's wrapped around it, like a pig in a blanket. This looks like a big piece of bread. Well, he's probably wrapped up, or she. It could be a gal, but we'll say he because, guys. So, now, my video that I have looks like this, but it doesn't. Like, the shape is the same, but because mine's on video, shitty video from 2004, it could be this thing, but I saw mine through the binoculars, and it didn't look like this. Look at that. Could that be balloons just dropping out of the sky? Sure. But it even looks like there might even be a knee joint in here, a bend in the elbow where the arm might be. A head with hairline. Take a look at this one more time. And why isn't this moving? You know what I mean? So, pretty weird. I don't think there's video. Let's take a look. See if there's video. I could show you mine, but mine's probably, balloons. But it has that same. When I looked through the binoculars, it didn't look like. Mine had an octagon-shaped head with, do you remember those old scuba gear tanks that people used to with the octagon shape? That's what it had, one of those on its head. Black face, couldn't see any eyes, nothing like that. Plus mine was probably 1,000 feet up and about 1,000 feet away. And when I saw the back of the thing that I saw, mine looked like it was sitting in an L-shaped chair. And this part of it scooped up in the front where the crotch would be, and had that, and it sat what looked to be like the harness was connected to it. Like the back had a connector, maybe a round thing that when it twists into the high chair, as I called it, a high chair. And when it turned around, it had two what looked like scuba tanks. And on each of the scuba tanks, equidistant, were 3 black dots, which I think was how the object propelled itself with the main power source. And each of those dots was what I thought what looked like a high chair. In front of this thing, where the arms were, looked like a baby's high chair, where all the controls are. And it even, sometimes you would see a light emit from the center where that high chair was. Could it be balloons? I saw it through binoculars, and I'm giving you the details. My ex-wife at the time saw it too, flipped out. She's like, that's a man. She said, that's a man flying a suit. And then, of course, Iron Man came out, and everybody called it Iron Man after that, because that's what it looked like, even on the video. And then I saw the legs were dangling. Now, this is the part I don't like, because they were kind of like free falling, like balloons were out of helium. But with the binoculars, we looked at it up close. Each shoe was like a diamond shape. And in the center of that diamond shape was a black dot. And I believe that's how it kind of changed direction. However you do it, I don't know. And this thing was probably moving at a walking pace, I said. And when you speed it up, my video, which, by the way, was like 27 minutes long. My thing didn't do this like balloons would. You know, my thing went like in a straight line, which is so rare. Then, when it got to a certain part in the sky, it stopped, turned around, started going back where it came from. Got it all on video. I'm going to show you a part of it because I don't have the whole video on the computer yet. I'm still need the funds to buy the program for $70. All right. Humanoid. Humanoid. It's probably under this. Hold on. I thought I had it up on the screen here. Give me a second, fellas. And ladies, I don't you worry. I've got it right here. In about 20 seconds or so, we're going to be looking at a humanoid that I shot in 2005, see? And a lot of people called it a hoax. And a lot of people called it Iron Man. And a lot of people said it was fake because it was so good. All right, here we go. Let's see. My video's huge. The balloon test, Dynagel. Where's my humanoid? Dun, 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 dun. Did I take it off the computer to save space? I bet you I did. Yep, I think I did. I removed almost all the videos. Let's get it off the... I get it right here. Humanoid. Humanoid. And live and let die. They're showing all James Bond movies. I was just watching, I think it was Moonraker, where they had the car that went in the water. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it looked good. It looked real. Those movies were so bad they were good. God, James Bond, what's his name? Roger Moore. Not really the best. I used to like him because that's what I grew up with, but he's terrible. He's not good. Sean Connery's the best James. Actually, David Craig is my favorite. That guy just crushed 007. Now they got a woman. Come on. Don't even get me started on the stupidity. We've got to put a black woman and call her 007. The times are changing, Bones. But it's going to kill 007. Nobody's going to want to watch it. I won't. I won't. Nope. Nope. Oh, here we go. Humanoid is back. Back. Say, live and let die. All right, I'm waiting for it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Load up. Chitty bum 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 bum. Come on and dance. Come on. I got it. All right, ready? This was the #1 humanoid video for 2006 with over 500,000 views. And then my channel got shut down several years later. You ready? You won't be able to hear anything because it's not a tab. But here's my humanoid. Remember the one you just saw, how it was shaped and weird? Yes, this might be balloons, but I don't think it is for the reasons I just spent explaining to you. In 3, 2, agoo. See the shape? See the shape? Same shape. Right? Isn't that weird? Look, it's number 4. Watch this. Bloop. Same, right? Could be balloons, but it isn't. See, I don't like that. But it's hard to see, right? Terrible. And look how old it is now. The tapes are starting to degrade. I've got to get them up. I've got to get them up. Balloons? Probably. Could be. Could be, right? It looks like balloons. That looks like a bunch of balloons that were released, but it isn't. Sorry. I was there. I saw it up close and humanoid. There's another one, part 2. Let me show you. Humanoid changes direction. Oh, look what I left up for you guys. See, I'm not afraid. I'm going to show you balloon footage and call it. And I'm going to call it a humanoid because I don't care. Here it is. This is where it slows down, turns around. Go. Oh, this is only 40 seconds? I don't know a lot of balloons that just hover, pretty much not move, and then will turn around. I don't know if it's going to show it here. It should. Here we go. Opposite direction. There we go. He's going back home, everybody. Yeah, I guess I cut that part. Didn't want to wait for it to turn, but it does. Anyway, that was a fun sighting. It's always fun recording balloons and calling them humanoids. God, I love it. And everybody bought it. Look, I told people what I saw through the binoculars. It looked nothing like what we saw here. It's a shame. It is. Yeah, my ex-wife said the same thing. She goes, you know they're not going to believe you. I go, I know. It's a shame. She goes, too bad you couldn't record into the piece of the, the eyepiece of the binoculars. So, I'm using this, and I had, that lens attachment. I think I put it away because I almost broke it. Yeah, I think I put it away. But I was getting in there pretty good with that. That was a chemtrail morning. It was chemtrails everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. They were spraying all night. That's why it looked like it was black and white. Weird. All right. Let's keep moving along. I spent a lot of time on that humanoid shit, didn't I? But that picture was cool. All right, let's get rid of Rose. Every nose is on Rose. And he blows. The unnamed Intelligence Committee member who struck the guts from the Schumer bill need to be pulled out in front of Congress and the world to tell us why he specifically chose those sections to remove from the Schumer 2N FDA budget amendment. That person is the enemy. That's from some guy named Jimmy on X. So Larry Gerndt says, Jimmy knows something that smart watchers know. The traitor who gutted that bill is still unidentified. This isn't a democracy. This is a game. Doesn't that suck? We don't even know who killed it. Probably Biden. Huh? What? UFOs? Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, I put a UFO in the toilet last night. Forget that. Get it off the bill. Well, that sounded like George Bush. Because it is. All right, let's keep going. I'm telling you, you guys got to. Oh, let's play this. Drone problem. Have we played this? At April 9th, 2024, hearings before Senate Armed Services Committee, Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Charles Brown was questioned on incursions on military installations. Senator Mark Kelly, Democrat, Arizona, we see consistent incursions around sensitive government facilities. What are they? Good question. Let's see what he says. Or doesn't. I love these. Put the hot seat, baby.
subject, the drone problem.
Go.
Incursions on military installations have gone up and is a real threat to our national security. I think some of it is, hobbyists, but there are also foreign actors that are certainly involved here. In December, we saw a large number of drone incidents at Langley. We still don't know who was behind those. We had an F-16 about a year and a half ago in the Barry Goldwater range strike a drone. Not a lot of damage to the F-16. If it would have went down the intake, General, as we both know, that could have been catastrophic for that airplane and possibly the crew member on board if he couldn't get out. And we see consistent incursions around sensitive government facilities. So, General, why are the current drone detection and defeat systems that we currently have, why are they failing? And could you maybe go into why we need to continue to field these outdated measures?
Well, Senator, one of the things we have to continue to work on is to continue to understand the technology that's moving forward and then move at the same pace as it was highlighted. We do have to move faster. If you go back to what happened in December, one of the things I did as a chairman was establish a cross-functional team that wasn't just from the military, but also the interagency to work together on this particular problem set, because it's a combination of factors. It's not only the detection, but it's the defensive systems that you use and how those may impact civil aviation and other areas. And so it's an area that we collectively have to continue to work on, not only here in defense here in the United States, but also at our forward locations where we have many of our service members deployed.
Okay, well, we are prepared to work with you on that to make sure we have the right technology moving forward. That
what are they talking about? The right technology. Okay, look. This is a freaking easy fix for the military. I can't believe the military can't figure this out. If there are drone incursions or drones getting near their installations and whatnot, why don't they have one person for each of the military installations operate a drone anytime there's an incursion, right? All they got to do is, right? They hold on. I got to make it legitimate. What the hell? So they're sitting there, right? And all of a sudden it goes something like this. Hold on, go. Sir, I'm getting a message. It's from Fort Bragg. What's it say, Johnson? There's an incursion over Fort Bragg. We need to get the drone operator ready. He's already there, sir. Go ahead and approve that strike or whatever they need to do. Make sure everything's safe. 10-4, sir. Go ahead. Can you hear me, Arizona? We heard on it. Go ahead and initiate. Initiate the drone. The drone has left the building. The drone has left the building. And that's it. Now they know drone against drone. You didn't have to wait to launch F-16s from Luke Air Force Base, which usually takes a few extra minutes to get them up and approved, right? No, you got your drone. You got the DJI Avati or whatever the hell they call that thing. Get it up, get it in, get it out. That's it. It's not that hard to figure it out. Not that hard to have a drone sitting there at every facility that you're having these incursions at. That's how stupid our military is. They can't even figure out a way to watch. They know how to spy on you and me, but they can't figure out how to watch their own perimeter. Oh, just let them come in, Johnson. We let them come in just to see what they were doing. That's our excuse, is it? Sure, why not? They're trying to make believe there's a threat. so they can get the funding that they need. We need more than $22 billion for 5-6 years, Johnson. We need like $200 billion. You know what I mean? I need $5 billion for me. Gonna make me look for lights in the sky that aren't even there? What do you mean they're not there? What had happened just here? Those were drones, Johnson. Pay attention. Fight fire with fire. Next. I can't talk about Philip Corso right now because there's so much coursing through my veins. No Corso tonight. Go. Oh, I can't stand his lip. I can't stand looking at that guy. I despise Philip Corso. I would love to turn him around in his grave. He's in there upside down. He should be the other way. I'm not going to talk about Elizondo. I think we're Elizondo'd out. So, yeah, people are still curious about that dash cam footage that showed the ball lightning. People are still wondering. I'm not going to show it. But I want to show you this. So, a guy named on X called Dom Lucra, breaker of narratives, he calls himself, developing story. This disturbing footage is going viral. Some users, it was, I'm reading it the way it's put up. It was secret footage of a cloning facility in Canada, but I believe these are masks. So it's not a cloning facility, this guy believes. He believes these are masks that aliens wear to look like humans, to fit in. Capiche? And this is some supposed, that lost footage stuff. Yeah. I had to fast forward the first 13 seconds because they show a naked lady's bosom. Well, you know how the tubes is. Anyway, check it out. This is that supposed footage. Not that time. So what do you think? From a movie, right? It's got to be. It's got to be from a movie. I've never seen this movie, but I mean, these are pretty detailed, if you ask me. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, that looks like a real dude, and are these props for movies that, are these characters that are, or are these masks? I mean, I even think I even see a tongue in there. That would be weird, right? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. At all. I don't like it one bit. I can't do bit. One bit. Can't say bees without moving my lips. One bit. Can't do it. That's why I never became a ventriloquist, because it's the B's and the V's. No, Vicky Vern, even the V's are good. Oh, okay. I don't know about this. Oh, let's see. Oh, no. Into Thin Air. I'm sorry. What time is it? Into Thin Air. Couple videos. Dudes, babes, chicks, guys. It's getting crazy. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. There's some really weird activity going on geologically, right? Geographically? Well, something massive left Antarctica during the solar eclipse. It was caught on radar. It's still being talked about today. So we've got a 3-minute video and a 2-minute video from I2TA Into Thin Air that covers this mass. This, you'll see. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Terrible. Just terrible. Terrible. Bow, bow, bow.
Welcome back. I'm trying to document this very weird anomaly taking place on Ventu Sky. I don't know what this blob is here, but it's coming from what looks like Antarctica. If we backtrack a little bit, you're going to see it disappear and reappear on the screen. So we move into Monday the 8th, which was obviously 3 days ago. Watch as we move into Tuesday. This mass pops up with waves of 83.7 feet in height. What in God's name is this thing moving out of Antarctica, as you can see, and then it moves up the coast of Africa into the Atlantic Ocean. Watch this as we move into Wednesday the 10th, Thursday the 11th, which is today. This is going on right now. I don't know if these waves are actually hitting the coast or if this is some sort of glitch in the system, but I've never seen anything like this. This giant blob is showing 83.7 foot waves. This does not seem to be any sort of storm system. Let me zoom back out here. Let's move forward and see where this thing is projected to go. Watch this. Here's Friday the 12th tomorrow, moving more up the African coast. Here is Saturday the 13th. We can see it start
What is
wrap around
this?
the northern western coast of Africa up into the Atlantic. Here is Sunday the 14th. Monday the 15th, we are in the Atlantic Ocean with waves of 62.1, 63 feet. This is just incredible. Here is Tuesday the 16th, and look, the entire thing is now in the Atlantic Ocean with averages of about 40 feet. There's 44, 33, 34.3. This is just very weird. What are we looking at here? Here's Wednesday.
Hey, Andrew. Tomorrow, let's talk about it. Yeah. All right. I didn't really see anything magical. That's kind of why I haven't really been. I mean, you send the stuff, I get it, and I make a comment here or there, but I just having a hard time. Maybe you can explain things for me. So if you want tomorrow, I can send you a link to StreamYard and we can just talk through. It's like Zoom. It's the same thing when you don't use it live. So I don't know. Email me if you want to do that. We'll set something up for tomorrow. All right. Just knock it out. We'll get it over with. Maybe it'll be good for a show. Maybe I'll learn something new. That's all. Maybe I'm missing something, So we'll do that. Cool. All right. Tomorrow's show is Saturday. We're doing it at 5. I'm going to be out in the afternoon. It would have to be Sunday. It would have to be Sunday, bro. I'm so busy all day tomorrow with an early show, and then the MMA UFC's on for 6-7 hours, and it's number 300. It's huge. So, that's why I'm doing a show at 5. I'm missing, an hour and a half to do the show. But it's okay. It's the prelims. I'm only going to miss like 4 fights and I'll live. I'll still have 6 hours to watch it. So that's why the show is a little earlier tomorrow. Okay, let's finish watching this blob. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I'm a weather guy. I watch maps. I love the weather, radar, all that stuff. I've never seen anything like this. This, to me, it almost looks like a ship at first, or maybe it's, God, I don't know. It's weird.
The 17th, the last available data for this, and now we see the entire Atlantic Ocean, which, as we discussed, is already months ahead of time as far as temperatures, and we're looking at this very odd anomaly coming out of Antarctica. Now watch, I'm going to backtrack. I'll show you where this thing begins. We'll go all the way back to Monday the 8th. This is where the anomaly begins, and sometimes it glitches out. It's very weird. Here's Tuesday the 9th, and there it is. Pops right up. It's almost like this thing shot out of Antarctica and up towards the African coast. And as we backtrack in hours, we go to 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., and that's where it pops up between 5 and 8 p.m. This thing does not exist, and then it does exist on Tuesday the 9th at 8 p.m. After that, it just slowly moves up into the African coast. Here is the 10th once again, Thursday the 11th, Friday the 12th, Saturday the 13th, Sunday the 14th, Monday the 15th, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, this thing bleeds all the way into the Atlantic Ocean. My friends, what are we looking at here? I'll dig into this some more and bring you whatever information I come across. Check out X for more updates. Thank you all so much. Shout out to Canada, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
As always, I'll put the link to that in the show description. And we've got one more I2TA video, an update, because that was 2 days or yesterday. And the one I'm going to show you now is from his channel today. Let me make sure. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. So the one we just watched was 2 days ago. The one we're watching now is from yesterday. And this is 2.5 minutes. This is an update. I'm interested in this stuff. Love these anomalies that we just don't know why. And, you know, and then you hear like weathermen, the meteorologists and whatnot, and they're like, oh, this anomaly? Oh, it's birds. Yeah, a lot of crows came out of the Antarctica region, and penguins. Crows, they both start with a C. Huh? Penguins? Starts with a P, I meant. Watch. Into thin air, everybody. Part 2.
Follow-up on this Antarctica anomaly. That's not the only
Dorothy!
thing going on. We also have a significant event going on the west coast of South America. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But again, this is the anomaly here that came off of Antarctica. There's a theory that an iceberg may have released off the bottom of the ocean on this part of Antarctica.
I'll come back.
And rose up to the sea surface, causing these anomalies to be picked up by Ventu Sky. Now, again, we can follow this thing all the way up into the Atlantic Ocean over the next 4 to 5 days. It's very, very weird. You can see it right here, 83.7 feet. And we'll come back to this, but look at what's going on in South America. And I want you to look at this here. This is our National Data Buoy Center. This measures tsunami buoys, big waves, earthquakes, things like that, and it shows us what's going on with our buoys. If you click this one right here, you can see the information is showing that just overnight last night into the morning of the 11th, this buoy dropped over 2,000 meters, almost as if it snapped off the buoy and the sensor dropped to the seafloor. But keep in mind, this is right off the coast of South America. And if we go ahead and look at the wave height for this area, obviously we have the anomaly coming off Antarctica, but then over here there's not much going on where this buoy went off. In fact, it's about right in this area here. We do have a little bit of upper waves here, 10.5 feet, nothing to be scared over. But what caused that buoy to drop out of nowhere over 2,000 meters? That's another thing I don't think I've ever seen before.
That's over a mile.
Checking out these buoys, every hurricane, every earthquake, I come right here to check them. And now this one is the one right here, right where we just checked the wave heights, which is about 10.5 feet, a drop of over 2,000 meters. That's insane. That's almost a complete fail of the buoy. I'm surprised it's even in event mode and not taken offline completely. But there is some weird stuff going on in the South Pacific and the South Atlantic Oceans right now. Both are very close to the continent of Antarctica. And I gotta say, this is just something I've never seen before. This mass moving off of the coast of Antarctica, possibly a big iceberg. And this.
Ooh, you know what thought I had? What if that blob is China? Maybe it's some sort of device that makes it look like there's a weather system when there isn't, maybe. I don't know how important that would be during times of missile launching and stuff, but I don't think it would be hard to detect or figure out. Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen anything like it. And if you're thinking, well, maybe because, we had the solar eclipse and it created a cold spot from the shadow. I mean, there was only like 20-degree drops from that, some places I heard. So I'm not sure if that would be enough to start an isolated ice age. I don't know. It's weird. It is so weird. And then the buoy went off, like it dropped 6,000 feet, and that was very much parallel to where this event happened. So the stuff is, coming from this area. Maybe, just maybe, it's a fleet of aliens. Maybe they left. Maybe that was their not heat signature, but maybe it was a swarm of them looking for the USS Russell and Roosevelt. We're going to get them again like we did in 95, 99, whatever years those were. What a weird story. What did I just do? So weird.
This is the forecast of waves that are going to be caused by it. If there is any truth to this, this is something to keep an eye on. I think it's something that's interesting regardless of whether it actually takes place or not, because we're looking at the 15th, 16th, and 17th here, and we can't even forecast weather that far ahead of time.
Right.
So to see these waves in the Atlantic like this probably won't happen exactly like this, but the fact that it's being picked up and the fact that it was seen by this website right here, this dense anomaly that definitely came off the coast of Antarctica. All right, my friends, what is going on? And just to verify, the only earthquakes that have taken place within this area near Argentina was a 4.3 earlier today. Nothing even close enough to cause a buoy to drop nearly 2,000 meters. All right, my friend.
I don't understand, and the link to that'll be in the show description as well. I don't understand. I don't understand. Although there have been radar glitches, like you'll see, and I made a video on one, and we called it like baby in a blanket on radar or something like that. What was that? I don't know. There was one where I captured a very huge triangle, and it was on third phase. We said 1,000-mile wide triangle over Arizona. I think that was a little bit too big. I hope we put 200-mile. I think we changed it. Thank you, Dorothy, for the $2 super duper chat. It's a super dono. $2 super dono, which is pure love when there's no emoji and no comment. That's how we say it. Thank you. And super dono to you. Thanks, Dorothy. A continuing supporter of GUFON. Yeah. What's this, a third eye code? Let me see. How you doing? Welcome to GUFON. The tetramammagression is watching you. Ah, thank God. Well, good. Tets. Yeah, I know Tets. Tets. They're always watching. They even shadow banned us. Can you imagine that? Why? Who are we? We're nobody. We have no influence. Why would anybody watch us from that point of view? So Jeremy says the government only needs 2 witnesses to get a warrant to break down your door and raid your home. What is this? What are we reading? Oh, you could have 100 plus whistleblowers claiming they have aliens out at Area 51, but good luck ever getting a look inside that place. What is the real threat to national security? The real threat is we cannot protect our installations. We cannot protect our citizens. Hell, we can't even protect Wall Street anymore. It's over. It really is. I don't care how many cameras they put up or how many microphones they put on park benches and light poles. They're not doing it for terrorists, okay? They're doing it to watch us, me and you. And you know why? Aliens. Everything always comes back to aliens. Because in the end, my friend, there's one thing you don't want, and that's to have your secrets go to the enemy. And the enemy is aliens. And I don't mean outer space. I mean coming across the border. Come on, people. No, I'm joking. Stop that right now. All kidding aside. Was I? Quasi? No. But these aliens are going to do what they want, when they want, how they want. And look, if you think you can talk to them and you can control them, good. Then you should be okay. But the rest of us that can't talk to aliens are getting the anal. I digressed. It's not like that here. It never has been and never will be. I'm not a proctologist, but I look like one. Thanks, Lou. Thanks a lot, Lou. Appreciate you. Can anyone explain what this anomaly is? This person says. Let's see what it is. Nope, we just did that. Thank you. Thanks. All right, bye-bye. What's next? I've got a lot of stuff. Cool UFO. Here we go. Some of weird craft in Cuba. Date is unknown. This is from Cuba? Cuba! Oh, yeah. You guys know this. Come on, this isn't new. Oh, no. Okay, he's not putting it out as new. He said date unknown, date unknown. I believe this is from 1990 something. 7? I think this is really from 1903. 2003, 1988. I don't know. It was from the late 1900s. There you go. The late 1900s. Holy mackerel, it is. It was the late 1900s. Ew, that's weird. Cuba. Hey, Jeff Willis had that same thing last night. Right? I have to admit that is kind of cool how that just happened. What the hell? It just blew. What the hell just happened there? Watch this. It gets legs. Look at that. Whoa. Come on. I've never seen anything like this. That was total Transformer stuff right there. I tell you, that one's going to be fake. That has got to be fake. I'm telling you, it looked real, but it sprouts legs. It looks like Mothra in a, I don't know. Oh, that is weird. Look at that. It just sprouts legs. I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think that's fake. Because nothing does that in reality. And I'll tell you why. It's fake because we've never seen it before or since. First. Second, we've never seen anything like it before or since. Oh, by the way, O.J. Simpson's dead. Did you find out about that yesterday? I forgot to mention it during the show. Yeah. Oh, well. I don't want to say anything else about it because I don't care about the guy. I'm glad. Hope he rots in hell now. I hope he does. I hope there's a place called hell. I really hope he is there. I swear there better be a place like that. For that guy. God dang it. Anyway, he's dead. We can breathe a little easier. All right. So John Greenwald Jr. says, I've never claimed FOIA was the end-all, be-all, but it's proven an awful lot through the decades. Of course it has. He explained some of the government's historical secrecy and lies regarding UFOs. Here's John in his cool interview on X. Giddy up.
Kind of alluded to times when they've been caught flat out lying about certain things. I mean, what can you tell us specifically about those lies? What do they pertain to?
Sure. The easiest proven would be their interest in UFOs prior to that 2017 timeframe, when the government started loosening up a little bit and talking about UAP because they had to. Prior to that, for decades, from 1969 through about 2017, they said we had no interest in UFOs or UAP, that no government agency took an interest in them. They investigated them through what was called Project Blue Book, and after 12,000 plus sightings, concluded there was no threat to national security and nothing that they should pursue. Through the Freedom of Information Act, I was able to prove beyond any shadow of a doubt that nearly every intelligence agency and military branch had some connection to UFOs or UAP, whatever they may be. We're actively investigating them. And the one military branch that was the loudest during that period of decades where they said we have no interest, which was the U.S. Air Force, they actually, and I verified this through FOIA, a manual on the books to report and catalog UFO sightings that the military pilots were seeing at the time. Now, to quickly condense the story, I found out where those reports were going to, which was NORAD. And NORAD is ironically not subject to the Freedom of Information Act. How convenient. But they do have an equivalent to the FOIA on the books that they claimed that they searched for responsive records of these UFO sightings by military pilots. And again, they were the receiving end to all of these, and they said that they had none. Well, about a year later, I realized why they weren't subject to FOIA, which was because they were under Canadian control as well. Going through the Canadian government and the Canadian military, specifically the Department of National Defense, I used their equivalent to our FOIA in America, which is called the Access to Information Act. And wouldn't you know it, that NORAD actually has reams of UFO-related material that a year prior they had lied to me about, but then the Canadian government probably didn't get the memo to say, hey, if anybody asks, don't give these out. And they said, here you go. And so I released all of those to the general public. Later found out there were thousands of these reports. And what it did was kind of completed a full circle lie that they were trying to pass off to the American people and the world. But on top of that, the evidence didn't support it. And when you dig into all those documents, that's just one example. You start looking at the fact that the CIA actually had UFO material that was physical material of some kind. We don't know what it was, that was being hand carried into certain CIA offices in the 70s. Now, if you listen to the government story, none of this should exist. But the FOIA has shown that secretly they were looking into UFO cases, UFO encounters, and whatever it is, by their own wording, UFO material that they were having be looked at in the CIA. So, and again, just another example.
Right. Well, we know that. Project Blue Book, man. We even know that when Close Encounters of the Third Kind came out in 76 or 7. 7? Same day. I thought it was the same year as Star Wars. Man, what a year that was, huh? Close Encounters, Jaws, and Star Wars. Dude. Yeah, John Greenwald's. That's funny how they did that. And he found out and they gave him all that stuff that they wouldn't give to us. And we're Americans. Good for John to do that. That was just by happenstance. You can't plan for that. There's no way he would have known that. It's amazing how much our government hides from us. But don't you find it funny? We always find out some years later. It's almost as if they want us to find out, or they don't care at that point. They're like, we don't care. We're done with that project. Next. And that's the reality of it. Well, let's look at a couple of sightings that have come in the third phase of moon. According to them, the world hasn't seen anything like this before. I wonder what it is. Are you ready for this? Keeping secrets is what... No, we pay the government to keep secrets. Absolutely. This is what's funny to me. Like everybody that comes into the field, they're like, oh, that's illegal. They shouldn't have been doing this. They knew they were reallocating funds and didn't tell anybody, and they were cheating this and that and the other thing. David Grush even said this, that, and the other thing. Well, we know all that about those programs and this, that, and the other thing, black budget and all this stuff. We know. So, shit, I forgot what I was going to say after that. All right, let's just watch some videos and get my brain back to normal. That was weird. That I felt confident too when I was saying that. I felt confident what I was going to finish up with, and I forgot. I started reading the chat room. I got thrown off my game. Go. I hate being human. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with the panel tonight. We're going over incredible videos coming in during the solar eclipse, but what we're looking at right now is shocking people on the ground. Listen up.
Frank, what in the mother...
A little bit of audio. We're taking out.
Shit. What the fuck is that? Frank.
Oh. Man, yeah,
Some
they're
shit's
trying to
over.
put the music up so nobody
So
can
we're
take
looking
it.
at something quite shocking, something extraordinary. Some people might even claim it's a mothership. We're here tonight, right here at Third Phase of Moon. Hit that thumbs up with.
Sorry. What are we doing? Is this real? Please tell me that's really in the sky. Because I'll tell you right now, that looks like a legitimate UFO, just like in the movies. Go.
With my brother Brent Cousins and Dr. J. We're going
Wow.
over the incredible videos during the solar
House on a
eclipse
mountain.
and what's happening right now around the world. Brent, your thoughts on this?
Plasma tower.
This is a good way to start out. We just got back. Third Phase of Moon's on fire, and this one's a good way to start it up. We're looking at this apparent craft. People might say that we're looking at some sort of object suspended in the night sky, hidden within the layers of the clouds. Again, could this be maybe some sort of tower? We don't know what city or state this is. Could it be the Seattle skyline, the tower there? I'm not sure. Whatever we're looking at, though, is legitimate. Dr. J.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned about the tower, Brent, because I actually thought that too. But then I started to look at the rest of the picture, and it only looks that underneath the craft, you see what looks like a beam or part of a structure. I don't know if that's technically a light or not, but I have to say, of all the footage, at first I started to think maybe this one is CGI, but I don't.
Oh, right. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Third Phase of Moon, I don't think they remember. We already did a video on this. And it is a tower in the fog. Yes. That's why it's too good to be true. Is this, are they, wait, hold on. I'm wondering if this is just old. Let's listen more because I wonder if I'm on here. I don't know if I did this one with them. But you're right. This I remember. It is a tower. Good job, guys. See, it's hard to remember them all. But this one, I'm surprised. I knew it looked familiar. But good job. Thank you. All right, let's see what they say.
I don't think it's CGI or a drone. I think people are seeing what they're actually seeing in the sky.
Absolutely, Dr. J. I agree. I think what we're looking at is definitely authentic. It's definitely captured within the optics of the camera itself. No manipulation whatsoever, but could it be some kind of tower? It resembles some of these towers, restaurants up on top of buildings in a saucer shape. But again, if we could lock down this place and see it in the daytime, if there's no tower, then bingo, that's a massive mothership if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it looks too good to be true. Dr. J thought this could be CGI, but the more that we're looking at it, even the people's reaction, it feels authentic. Everything about this is 100% smoking gun in-house on the camera. Again, we just don't know what it is. Could it be a tower? Probably it could be. We just don't know. We just want more videos like this so we could have smoking gun of what's really happening. Big episode tonight. We're just getting started. Really enjoying everything that we're about to share with you. Hit that thumbs up, roll it.
The solar eclipse, amazing.
Hold on. I have to say real quick, thanks to Dinkamazi for a $10 PayPal. Thanks, man. That was a nice little surprise there. Cool. I appreciate that. If you guys want to help support GUFON, same way. All the links are in the show description. Thank you very much. Dinkamazi throwing it down. Appreciate it. You're already in the family. You know what happens if you leave. We find you, we bring you back. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Whew, I need a chill pill. Next, the solar eclipse, they said. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, this better not be the shadow. This is the plane shadow. People think it's a real UFO. Giddy up. Thanks, Dinkum.
Yeah, boy! Gabagoo, I got my gabagoo.
Something falling out of the sky?
Look that way.
Oh, okay. This is different. It's not the shadow. Or is it?
Multiple eyewitnesses capture something in the sky, different objects. What the heck is going on here?
This is what I thought would happen. Here we go. How come I didn't see these yesterday? Dang it. I should have played Third Phase's their video. Wow. Hey, watch your mouth.
So the solar eclipse, we've had millions and millions of people looking up during the moment as it traversed across America. Everybody had their eyes, and we anticipated a plethora of UFO activity just because people were peeled up to the solar eclipse. And there we go. Some people are even calling this the Devil's Comet. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Space debris, maybe a crashing UFO. Definitely
yes, they did.
And legit. This was seen by hundreds of people from this perspective of this event, the solar eclipse.
Oh, the shadow? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy the whole couple days. It just happened. And we've just been receiving videos, and we kind of wanted to make a good compilation tonight. And tonight's we're pretty much sharing the best footage that's pretty much around right
Steve.
now. This is a good taste too.
Hey, thanks, man. Thank you for, how'd you find me, by the way? Because I feel I'm heavily shadow banned, but I'm just curious how you found me. And thanks for giving it a chance.
I've been saying this for months that we're going to see a bunch. Why? Because in 1991, when there was that solar eclipse in Mexico, more people
just
saw
an illusion.
a UFO at that single time than in the history of ufology. So I expected this. Now, at first,
religion means do it again equals 72. That has got to be one of the smartest comments I've ever seen. You are 1,000,000% right. They really are. Yeah, I say that in my mind a lot. Because let me tell you why. I've been in it 20 years. In 3 days, it'll be 20 years exactly for me. And we've taken a small step forward, but we've also taken a bigger step backward in 20 years. Some of you may disagree with that, but I'll explain why in another show. But very good comment. That is for kids. I am a kid. That's why I'm here still. You're right. In a way, you're wrong, but you're right. That is so funny. Because it's children. They're like Jeremy Corbell. Come on, really? Why are we even entertaining that guy? Any of those guys? It's like it's so weird. What's wrong with me? All right, I want to see at least one more sighting from this. The next one is the one I wanted to really. I just watch this.
During this event, something went down, and massive amounts of people witnessed something.
All right. Did everybody else just throw up on themselves? Does this look anything real? Does that look real to anybody?
So it's quite incredible as we look at this video, and we're going to get a really close up on this.
Oh.
A disc-shaped object during the eclipse appears.
It looks like a man's mustache, right? Here's the little thing in the middle that those guys like to have, a little hair down the center, right? These are the lips, and this is where the nose would go up here. Oh, I'm sorry, I was on the wrong screen. You know, right here. Come on, Rich.
So right there,
amateur hour.
The camera. And in my opinion, again,
I'm an
we're
amateur.
not looking at anything manipulated. We're looking at something legitimate. The question is this reverse engineered alien technology? I don't see any means of propulsion. There's something going on here. And again, the eclipse.
Is this it?
Was maybe a moment
that's the video?
Was the reason why some of these videos
it's
are
that
captured.
short?
Dr. J.
You know,
let me make a comment, Blake. You know what I see here? This looks like that old trick we used to do with the cutout and a flashlight on a wall. That's what this looks like to me in reverse. That seems to be not, this whole thing, that right there seems ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I'm going to explain why. And I'll even show you. Come on, put it up there, Rich. There you go, guy. You're getting it there, producer guy. Thank you. You read my mind. So, do you remember hearing how all of these people, not third phase, I'm talking about everybody else, you name it, everybody. They always say, if it's a real UFO, it's going to be fuzzy because of the gravity wave that's around it, puts a bubble around it. That's why every video is fuzzy, blurry, or, and I say that has got to be the dumbest comment in the history of ufology. You want to know why? Because it's the equipment. People think these camcorders we use, they think they're made to look at space and shit. They're made for being 50 to 60 feet away. That's it. They're not made for long distances. Yeah, go ahead, grab your, like I did, grab a lens enhancer and all that. I did it. We all did it. But that's why they're fuzzy. They're not designed to go that far. Things are going to break up because you're a little shaky anyway. And the object is moving and you're looking across atmosphere. So there's so many variables to get something this clear. It's nearly impossible because we heard James Fox just said it. And if you love James Fox, I know you believe in him. I don't. But he said, if it's clear, it's fake. Well, this must be fake then. Do you see why bad information can make a real good UFO look bad? By James Fox saying that, I shouldn't even be looking at this video in his eyes. It's too clear. It is, and it looks fake, but it doesn't mean it is. I could be 1,000,000% wrong. But let me tell you something. When people say the reason UFOs are blurry, it's because they put a bubble around it so they can move as fast. That's not why. Sorry, it's not. It's because of the cameras we have. They're getting better. Yeah. Now you got freaking 8K. 8. And with 30 zoom, that comes with it. They only used to come with 20, maybe 25 zoom if you were lucky. Now they're starting at 30. So we're doing much better. And I bet you it goes to 60 if you get into the digital of that zoom, which don't do it. Always stay in optical digital zoom. Don't go to digital. Stay in optical digital. How can one be optical and digital? The whole thing's digital, but you want to stay in the optical. You'll see.
This reminds me again of the sport model that Bob Lazar talked about. Very seamless, very perfect, typical flying saucer. Clearly it's dark because of the shade from the solar eclipse going on. And it looks like the waveguide or the gravity generators on the bottom. I think this is a very fantastic footage and sighting. And the fact that it was...
Gravity generators. Gravity. Gravity. I think they're on the bottom, he said. I think they're on... Oh, yeah, he's right. Look at that. It is on the bottom. You know what that looks like to me? A drone made to look like a UFO. And that is the propeller. Giddy up. That's why it looks too good to be true. Shh. You didn't hear it from GUFON. Anyway, we think this might be a drone. I'm just getting some word here. It's from me. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm doing that now. It's a drone? Oh, yeah, you're right, Rich. Good job. All right, I love you. You too. You. All right, you hang up. I'm doing the show. Go ahead. You say it. I already said it. It's your turn. I hate goodbyes. I know. Well, what are you going to do tomorrow? I was thinking about going to see the Godzilla movie because it's still in the theater, huh? Yeah, I know. It's okay. They'll wait. I don't get to talk to you enough. All right, I gotta go. All right. I love you. Okay. Bye, me. All right. You too. Bye-bye. I know. I don't know. Probably at 8:30. Yeah. All right. All right. Bye. Yeah, I'm doing it now. I said that twice. We're looking at a third phase a UFO video where I think it's a drone. Okay. Sure. Bye. You know, anytime he has to go, he just hangs up. You know, it's like, but yeah, I think it's a drone. I think Dr. J gave it away by saying the gravitizers are at the bottom. And that made me think, oh yeah, that looks like a propeller piece sticking out like that. Yeah. So anyway, third phase of moon throwing it out there with the vengeance.
For you.
I don't know why, but this to me looks either like a projection.
You know, people are having their eyes on the sky.
Or a drone.
Again, millions of people are looking up across America. And what
or it's a UFO.
Tonight is a phenomenon. Not only the full solar eclipse, we have something going on in the skies during that same time in history. So it's interesting that people...
UFO.
It's ovni.
Illuminated disc-shaped object once again appears before the public, and we're looking at it right now. We see a series of lights from the top to the bottom, something in the middle, orbs. In my opinion, this isn't a reflection. This is
that's
some
cool.
kind of optical lens flare or CGI. This is something that was in the sky, and again, I think the solar flare itself in this solar eclipse showed something that maybe we weren't meant to see.
Yeah, this is incredible. Again, we're looking at a phenomenon that's just happening in this region of our planet, and it's just like, again, like you said, like millions of people were out there looking, and they captured something amazing. Again, what is this? Something?
Yeah, you know, that is kind of weird. I would have to say so. What do you guys think this is? Just a random cloud that kind of broke up or something? You know? Is that what that is? It's just it's weird. It's very strange. Come on, producer.
A natural something.
It's
some
Jesus.
Say Harper.
It is
Blue Beam. Dr. J.
This one is crazy.
It is weird.
It's again amongst the 13 states that had the total eclipse. The total solar eclipse, and this one at first glance, because all those orange balls, they're not very uniform. I thought, well, they seem to be different craft or different drones or maybe some sort of, optical illusion. But then when you look closer at it, you see the outline of the craft, and all of these sort of spheres seem to be contained within this clear outline.
Yeah, good call. As I'm looking at this a little closer, I'm going to be adding a little bit of brightness contrast. You can see that there is some structure that's supporting the lights around it. Again, is this a massive kind of cloaked UFO in the sky?
I know what they're saying, like right around here, right? Like it's like a bubble, but structure? I don't see a structure. I have to disagree on that. It's giving the illusion of a structure, but nobody sees a structure. Man, it's weird. Yeah, I have no explanation other than it was maybe a jet was going by and it hit the chemtrail nozzle and then, just tapped it. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Sky, some disc.
And there's only one sky. Can we stop saying skies, please? All right, here's the let's hear what the panel says about the shadow here.
Again, more videos as it's coming in real time. It's so plentiful of the activity, and we're looking at this in slow motion, enhanced. We see some kind of cigar-shaped craft just
the shadow
dart across.
Everybody knows that there was an airplane. I learned this from Doc Skinner. It's been verified. There was an airplane flying with the shadow. So naturally, you're going to get in between the eclipse and clouds, the shadow of the airplane. And that's why it stretches out when it goes between clouds, because it's a shadow. It so makes sense. So I can't believe I didn't figure it out. But at this time, I can't believe nobody else figured it out. And if they did figure it out, figure it out. They're not telling anybody because they're getting lots of views on a shadow that people think is a real UFO. You can't change the mind of some people. You just cannot. Even when the evidence shows that it has every quality of a shadow, when it goes in between here, you'll see it stretch out because that's what shadows do when they change their altitude or direction or something throws it off, like a break in the clouds. You know, what happens is the shadow goes to non-shadow right through here. And then when it hits here, it's still over here. It's a very strange anomaly, but it makes sense. So let's see what they say here. I won't comment on what they're saying because I think they believe this is a real UFO and not a shadow. But I'm very interested. I haven't watched this yet. I'm interested to hear what they all have to say, though. So,
at a high altitude, what the heck are we looking at?
Because it is a shadow. 1,000,000%.
For last, right now, we're looking at something just fantastic. It's amazing. We're seeing it traverse through the sky as it passes through the clouds right there. You can see the sun right behind it, and you can see it kind of reflect and dodge the shadows off the clouds. That makes it super legit.
Never reflected. Never reflected. A reflection is something that would get bright, right? Reflect on. Yeah, I'm not so sure how that's being contexted into a reflection. I don't see it.
Legitimate, in my opinion. These guys were stunned when they saw it. What do you make of this, John?
This is actually really great. Obviously, we're seeing, like you said, a cigar-shaped craft, so that's very unique in and of itself. Also, look closely at it. It doesn't look very, solid. It almost looks like it's half in this
because it's a shadow!
Like, almost partly transparent. And that's what makes it, to me, one of the most, the better of the...
I made the same mistake. I'm so mad at myself.
You know, when you bring up the Tic Tac, everybody says that it's this white-shaped Tic Tac, pill-shaped craft. And we're looking at this, and it has the kind of the same characteristics of a Tic Tac, but then it has this cloaking feature and this shadow that it just seems that it's
he just said it, cloaking thing, a shadow. So what he's saying is it's cloaking, but we can see a shadow because of the sun. I guess if the invisible craft that Wonder Woman flies flew in front of the sun, would she still create a shadow, even if it's invisible, cloaked? I say, yeah. I say the craft would still make a shadow because it's still there. It's not it's transparent, but it's not invisible. Does that make sense? You can't see through it. It's an illusion. So the object's still there. I'm talking about Wonder Woman. Just like the Invisible Man. When he's walking, we should be able to see a shadow, but you don't. And I think that's a bad. No, you should still see because he's still blocking light, even though he's reflecting light back onto him and around him, and you can't see him. That is strange. I want to know if that's true. Can the Invisible Man still create a shadow? Can Wonder Woman's invisible craft still create a shadow? Well, let me give you a little bit. And the reason I brought all that up, because if anybody believes that this isn't a shadow, then why is it you can see through it a little bit? Why does it go like this? It kind of, when it hits the clouds, it's bumpy. It's like going over a bump because that's what shadows do. When a shadow of an airplane goes over the ground, you see it like moving, right? It looks odd because it's hitting the angles of all the trees and buildings. So it gives you all this kind of mechanical looking effect. I am so surprised. This is the first time I've ever seen an airplane cast its shadow from above down towards us. Just because at where the sun and the moon were in the eclipse, it was just at the perfect angle because that airplane was flying through the shadow of the eclipse, monitoring. They had several planes flying through. But I still want to hear what John or Dr. J has to say because he's the best at the way he words things.
Skies, and again, this isn't a bug or a kite. Some people might say it's some kind of fast drone. It might be, but a drone that I've never seen before.
Because it's a shadow.
Hypersonic drones, some new technology that doesn't create a sonic boom because we don't hear that. This is all, again, captured during the eclipse over America. That doesn't happen. I think the next one's going to be some time from now, like 70 years. So maybe we could see
2046.
this phenomenon again. But again, we're looking at something in the sky that just can't be explained. A massive amount of people saw this dark cylindrical cigar-shaped craft. Like you said, John, looks like a shadow.
What?
Craft. It doesn't look like it's solid.
It looks like a shadow craft. Well, golly, Sergeant. Third phase of moon. Well, golly. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Dr. J got it right, but nobody wanted to believe him. Oh, say, can you see? Thank you, Gomer. It's all right. Mom always said life's like a box of chocolates. Oh, that's Gomer Gump. Forest Pile. I got Forest Pile. Well, golly. Sergeant Carter. He's got hit in the buttocks. I played a lot of ping pong and ate a lot of ice cream. That's it tonight, folks. That's all I got. Our government is hiding it from us. We know it. As a matter of fact, they can't contain it any longer. Black budget programs that have built the technology under the guise of real programs for the black budget program, who knows? But they actually have it. We have seen and heard from pilots seeing flying humanoids over the last couple of years. We've seen craft that look like rods that came very close to aircraft. There is a threat, but I don't think it's the threat of the UFOs crashing into us, hurting us with their craft. I think what the threat is, and it is real, because there is an unknown something happening, and they're taking people. And I think they take them in all forms, from Bigfoot to Greys. People say, I want to meet Bigfoot. Nope. I think Bigfoot may have a big heart, but deep down, he doesn't really want us around. He doesn't want white man around. I think Bigfoot, Guardians of the Planet, Guardians of the Forest. If I was to write a Bigfoot movie, it would be Guardians of the Forests and the Himalayas. Maybe we'll get Jeff Muldrum on the show. Good guy. I'd like to do a Bigfoot show. We're due. We're overdue. We got to do a Bigfoot show. We got to do a ghost hunt. We got to do a UFO hunt. And we got to do it soon. I am looking for somebody to help me here in Florida with the other channel. I can pick you up, drive you around, buy you lunch for the day. I just need a couple of hours of somebody's time to record me from a distance and have my back in case I get thrown in jail. That's it. But other than that, email me if you can help and you're near, well, Spring Hill area. Just look up that area and find out where you are. I'm willing to drive about an hour and a half one way. I don't want to go 2 hours or any longer. Fort Myers is my distance to the south. Anyway, just reach out. We'll talk. We'll be back tomorrow night at 5 p.m. for the Saturday show. 5 o'clock. We usually go between 5 and 7. 5 o'clock tomorrow. And we already got the show up and ready to go. Where is Kevin Day? Somebody said, I'm so stupid. You don't know? Kevin Day, dummy, they said. He is the main speaker at the Ozark Mountain UFO conference. So, where's he been for the last year and a half? Nobody's talked about him. I haven't even seen his name anywhere. So we'll talk a little bit about what happened when the last time we saw Kevin Day to now. Thank you very much. Newcomers and veterans for making the chat room real swell. And moderators, super chatters, and other stellar night. Thank you for the support. As always, you can help support GUFON. All the links are in the show description. Any links I played tonight that are on and related to YouTube, such as Into Thin Air, Third Phase of Moon, those videos will now go up in the next 5 minutes in the show description. Until then, it'll be till tomorrow. We see each other next time. It's the weekend, everybody. Be safe out there. We do what? We do truthology for ufologies, for use. That's right, for you. Till then, have a great rest of your night, an awesome weekend. Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. What was in the skies over and why is it down treasured sites in Christianity?
Cosmic swirl, when mysteries unfurl, there's Richie G, ufologist. He's got that 12 tube bombs, his channel. Why truth takes flight, bringing light into the UFO night. Richie G, thunder into the sky, laughs at the face, sees the real lie. With chosen law, he rots the floor, leaving us begging for more. Every night, begging for more. Every night he's on the stage, rocking ufology with wisdom and rage. No lies, no tricks can shake his groove. In Richie's world, only truth will move. Richie G, lightning in his eyes, staring down the fakers with his cosmic cries. With jokes and love, he sets the score, leaving us yearning for more. From Rosewood to Area 51, Richie's on the riff, his truth's begun. With a grin so wide and a heart so bold, he's leading us on a cosmic rock and roll. Raise a glass to Richie G.